SCP-4258 Freddy's Diner. Special Containment Procedures. The surrounding restaurants and businesses in a 1 kilometer radius have been sectioned off under the pretense of replacing faulty plumbing. Both the front entrance and back exit of SCP-4258 have been placed under the supervision of standard motion sensors. Should any entity not native to this reality or dimension leave the building and activate these sensors, Mobile Task Force Epsilon 4, gatekeepers, are to be dispatched immediately to intercept and capture. Any Foundation personnel that exits SCP-4258 must use the designated decontamination showers located near the front entrance. Description: SCP-4258 is a space-time anomaly located in Redacted, California, in the form of a restaurant named Freddy's Diner. Satellite imaging of the area has revealed that SCP-4258 spontaneously appeared on September 5, 2018, although it was not reported for an estimated 2 months. Due to unknown means, the local community's memories were altered shortly after the anomaly's appearance. While the anomaly had only recently appeared, all nearby residents recognized it as having always been present. The anomaly came to the Foundation's attention after rumors of a strange restaurant with weird cosplayers began to circulate among newer residents. Class C amnestics were administered to everyone involved, and the area was immediately quarantined. The inside of the restaurant is that of a stereotypical 50s American diner and is manned by a sole worker, an elderly Caucasian male who identifies as Freddy, otherwise known as SCP-4258-1. The occupants of SCP-4258 are all from separate dimensions and realities. This being the case, they range from being identical to humans to having an entirely different physiology. However, for unknown reasons, all occupants can understand each other when conversing. The view outside the window from within SCP-4258 does not reflect the surrounding area, but rather an always changing scenery. It has been confirmed by SCP-4258-1 that the view outside of the restaurant is directly linked to whomever recently left or entered, as that is where the restaurant currently resides. However, if SCP-4250 is viewed from the exterior, it will always appear empty to the viewers. Below is a series of transcripts of taped interviews conducted by Agent Burks with different beings within SCP-4258. There is no video footage as of this moment from within SCP-4258, as the batteries of any video equipment will suddenly be drained upon entering the anomaly. SCP-4258-1 has stated this occurs so as to secure the privacy of our patrons. SCP-4258 Interview 4258-1 Interviewed SCP-4258-1 Interviewer Agent Burks. Forward. This interview was conducted on the first expedition into SCP-4258. Agent Burks enters SCP-4258 and soon comes into contact with an elderly Caucasian male behind the front counter. Burks: Are you the owner of this establishment? SCP-4258-1: Sure am. Name's Freddy. What can I do for you? For starters, what exactly is this place? It's a diner. They don't have these in your dimension, kid? No, we do. It's just that we don't have any quite like this. Sorry, was only kidding. Welcome to Freddy's Diner, the only place where you can eat cuisine that's out of your world. A nearby patron chimes in with, "Come on, Fred, you always use that line." It's the diner motto. Took me a century to come up with that one. So, this diner connects to other worlds, is that it? Yes and no. Right now we're drifting in 2- space. You know, the place between dimensions. That door on over there connects to all sorts of realities and dimensions. According to Agent Burks, the scenery outside the windows changed from Earth to a sprawling desert. The doors swung open and a tall, masked humanoid wrapped in extravagant robes entered the restaurant. Be right with you, Querolith. So, if this place really does exist between dimensions as you say, how do patrons pay for your meals? I can't imagine currency being very useful here. That's where Empathius comes in. You know that happy feeling you get when you remember something nice or someone compliments you? The restaurant feeds off that. It's what keeps the place running. It takes away positive emotions? Not exactly. It takes away the excess Empathius the patrons make. Kind of like trimming the edges off a hedge, I guess. So, the patrons only have to feel happy. That's the payment for the meal? Yep, that's it. I have one final question. What exactly are you? Just an old man looking to make good food, kid. Now, what can I get you? Closing statement. Agent Burks proceeds to order takeout of hamburger and fries. All acquired food items were found to contain no harmful agents. According to Agent Burks, he did not see any staff in the kitchen, but did witness transparent hands reach from over out of view and set the plate on the kitchen line. SCP-4258 Interview 4258-2. Interviewed, Rock. Interviewer, Agent Burks. Forward. This interview was conducted on the second expedition into SCP-4258. Agent Burks was directed to interview a patron of SCP-4258. Rock is described by Agent Burks as a humanoid entity composed of what appeared to be granite, basalt, and limestone. Burks. Thank you for agreeing to this interview, Mr. Rock. That's a awfully interesting name. Rock. Everyone on Rock's world is named Rock. Oh, is that so? Tell me a little more about your homeworld. What is it called? Rock. Rock? Yes, Rock. There are no squishies like you on Rock. Everyone looks like Rock. So, everyone shares your appearance then. What about vegetation? Plants, I mean. You mean green things squishies eat? No, only rock. And I'm guessing your people eat rock. Very delicious, yes. Alright, I think that's enough questions. Thank you for your time. Closing statements. Agent Burks has put forth a proposal to another expedition into SCP-4258, as this interview proved to be completely useless. The proposal has been accepted and a third expedition is scheduled for May 8th, 2018. SCP-4258 Interview 4258-3. Interviewed, Agent Burks 2. Interviewer, Agent Burks. Forward. This interview was conducted on the third expedition into SCP-4258. Agent Burks was again instructed to interview a patron of SCP-4258 and gather any interesting information. Nearly immediately after entering SCP-4258-1, Agent Burks encountered his alternate reality counterpart waiting in line. For sake of clarity, the alternate Agent Burks will be referred to as Burks 2. Burks. I've taken part in a lot of strange interviews, but this is certainly the most... Burks 2. Jarring? Yeah, that. Guess I'll have to think of some new questions. In your dimension, who do you work for? The Foundation. I'm employed there as an agent. Alright, so no dissimilarities so far. Is Jennifer, redacted, your wife? Sure is, been together 20 years. Same here. What about your world? Describe it to me, please. We're in the 21st century, there's corrupt politicians, food and water shortages in third world countries, some issues with immigration, and all that other fun stuff. There are some good things though, like Shark Week. That sounds fairly close to our world. Seems like there isn't any noticeable differences between the two. Guess not. Pretty funny, huh? At this time, SCP-4258-1 arrives with a burger and fries, sliding them over to Burks 2. Awesome. Thanks, Fred. Time to chow down. Burks' 2 lower jaw immediately unhinges and lowers, revealing rows of sharp teeth behind the normal set. He consumes not just the food, but also the plate it is set on. I think we're done here. Closing statement. Agent Burke's request for Class C amnestics has been denied. Thank you for listening to SCP-4258. If you enjoyed this SCP, please follow the link in the description of the SCP Wiki and vote it up to support it and the SCP Wiki as a whole. Also, if you have any SCPs you'd like for me to do, please leave a comment below and I'll see what I can do.